Mr. Limata. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Limata. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
Good morning, and welcome to Story Time. Thank you so much for joining me today. So glad we could be here together, and yes, indeed, happy to be here. Happy Wednesday to you and yours. And I'm just getting notification there. Just need to plug in one thing real quick. But thank you for joining us here on Story Time. I hope that you are well. Thank you indeed, as always, for joining in here on Story Time, and I hope that you and your loved ones are doing well. We're back with another exciting book here on Story Time. I hope that you've enjoyed the ones that we've had so far this week, and we've had some amazing books, some favorites here at Story Time. We had I Wish You More, yes, coming to us from Amy Krauss Rosenthal and Tom Lichtenheld, and of course that one was also a Chronicle Books, part of the Chronicle Books catalog. And of course too, we followed it up with another Chronicle Books book, and this one is called There Is a Rainbow, and I hope you enjoyed that one from Teresa Trinder and Grant Snyder. Today we hop on over and bring you one coming to us from CANDLEWICK Press, and this one is called The Cookie Maker of Mavin Road. Not the Mavin Road of Cookie Maker, no, the Cookie Maker of Mavin Road. Coming to us from Sue Lawson and, of course, Liz ANELLI. And I hope that you enjoy that one. Thank you so much for being here with us today on Story Time. Absolutely appreciate the time that we get to spend together. And I know that this week could be definitely a week of checking in with community, a week of gathering, a week of getting together if you're able. And of course, too, we know that there are others that might not be in that situation. And so if you're able to donate to a food bank, to donate to something, to support somebody, or maybe even have a guest or two, why not? Thank you so much for joining us here today on Story Time. Absolutely appreciate you. I hope that you are well. And remember, too, that you can find Story Time at storytimewithmisslimata.com. at Storytime with Miss Limata on Facebook and YouTube. And yes, at your own convenience. Anytime. You don't have to join in for the lives, but remember, you can join in for the recordings as well and enjoy. And we do have a very, very wide catalog on there too, and many great conversations that we've had with amazing guests that have made it to Storytime in the last 4.5 years. Can you believe that? 4.5 years of Storytime. I have to pinch myself every now and then. We've been going so long, and indeed, been making this wonderful community is you as well. You know, like, you definitely make this Storytime what it is. Without you, we would not be here. And of course, keep sharing those recommendations, keep sharing your advice, keep sharing your wisdom, as that makes Storytime even better. Thank you for being here, and I hope that you're ready and excited for today's story, The Cookie Maker of Mavin Road. Sue Lawson and Liza ANELLI, and this one we're reading with permission of the publishers, CANDLEWICK Press. Get ready, get comfortable, get cozy, grab whatever you need. Is it that hot drink? Is it that a cool snack? Whatever you're having, maybe some cool fruit this morning, come on out and join us. And yes, bring it and enjoy the book that we have for you. Thank you indeed for joining in Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. Be right back after this very short break.
Hi, my name is Zetta Elliott, and I am the author of 40 books for kids, including Dragons in a Bag and A Place Inside of Me. You're watching Storytime with Mr. Limata.
Welcome back indeed. Thank you for being here. Absolutely appreciate you. The cookie maker of Mavin Road is here with us today. And of course, this one is written by Sue Lawson, illustrations by Liz ANELLI, and of course, read with permission of the publishers, CANDLEWICK Press. Thank you so much for being here. Get ready, get comfortable, get cozy as we'll be getting started with our story. The Cookie Maker of Mavin Road. Written by Sue Lawson and Liz ANELLI, and of course, published by CANDLEWICK Press. Yeah, find it at your local library. Benedict Stanley and his cat, Audrey May, live at 23 Mavin Road. Each morning they greet their neighbors, but ears are too full and mouths stay closed. Perhaps tomorrow, Benedict Stanley sighs. Maybe tomorrow. Yeah. Have you been there too sometimes? Say hi to your neighbors and they just zoom past. Go on. This fast-paced world, right? Benedict Stanley and his cat, Audrey May, live at 23 Mavin Road. Each morning they greet their neighbors, but ears are too full and mouths stay closed. Perhaps tomorrow, Benedict Stanley sighs. Perhaps tomorrow. Benedict and Audrey May patter and plant until legs weary and shoulders tire. From the patio, they watch the comings and goings on Mavin Road. Yeah. I lived in an apartment once that I called the rear window, of course, after the Hitchcock movie, because I could see everything in the neighborhood. Just watch, see what's happening. Benedict and Audrey May patter and plant until legs weary and shoulders tired. From the patio, they watch the comings and goings on Mavin Road. Yeah. I like your cat, says a young neighbor one morning. Benedict smiles. Her name is Audrey May. In his kitchen, Benedict Stanley reaches for his wife's recipe book. He sifts and folds, shapes and bakes into the evening. Oh, what are you making? Yeah, I like your cat, says a young neighbor one morning. Benedict smiles. Her name is Audrey May. I'm Rory. The tooth fairy is visiting me tonight. Did you know? In his kitchen, Benedict Stanley reaches for his wife's recipe book. He sifts and folds, shapes and bakes into the evening. Yeah. Before the joggers puff and the walkers strut, Benedict and Audrey May make a special delivery. Aww. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah. Before the joggers puff and the walkers strut, Benedict and Audrey May make a special delivery. Yeah. Did you receive a special delivery this week? Maybe you did, maybe not. Each morning after that, Benedict and Audrey May deliver cookies along Mavin Road. Shortbread when triplets arrive home. Hey, chocolate chip to welcome new neighbors. And ghosts and gauze for Halloween. Oh, who is making the cookies? The neighbors wonder. Someone kind, they think, they say. Rory might know a thing or two. Who indeed is making all these cookies? Yeah, shortbread when the triplets arrive home. Chocolate chip to welcome new neighbors. And ghosts and gauze for Halloween. Yeah. Who is it? Who is making all these cookies? Benedict and Audrey May make cat cookies with carrot eyes after a kitten rescue. Aww. And soccer cookies after a tournament. Oh, tastes good from somewhere good, Rory says. Yes, indeed. Tastes good from somewhere good. Uh-huh. One evening, an aching and snuffling Benedict Stanley shuffles to bed. The dance reciter cookies stay on the cooling rack. Oh no. There are no bite cookies after a ride without training wheels, and no ambulance shortbread with cherry lights after a tumble from a roof. Oh, yeah. Oh, Benedict feels better soon. Yeah. Benedict Stanley wheezes and sneezes. Audrey May prowls and yowls. Where is the cookie maker? Everybody's wondering. Perhaps she was just visiting. Perhaps. But where is the cookie maker? Neighbors are getting worried. Neighbors are missing the cookies. Oh. Where is the cookie maker? They keep asking. Maybe she's on vacation, they wonder. Rose petals fall and cabbages wilt outside Rory's house. A cat prowls and yowls. Who could it be? What could it be? Yeah. Rose petals fall and cabbages wilt outside Rory's house. A cat prowls and yowls. That's my best cat impression. It's Audrey May. It's Audrey May. Who's Audrey May? Everybody else is wondering. Yeah. Later that afternoon, Benedict Stanley shuffles down the hall to answer a knock at the door. Audrey May came visiting. Oh. Yeah. Later that afternoon, Benedict Stanley shuffles down the hall to answer a knock at the door. Audrey May came visiting. Oh. And look at that. All the neighbors too. Aww. Yeah. Isn't that a beautiful sight? Aww. In the sunshine, Benedict Stanley and Audrey May watch while their neighbors patter and prune, laugh and chat. Yeah. Aww. By New Year's Eve, Benedict Stanley feels much better. Aw, that's good to hear. Yes, by New Year's Eve, Benedict Stanley feels much better. Ready for the new year? Audrey May watches as Rory and their friends sift and shape. Benedict Stanley sprinkles and swirls and smiles. Yay. And that is the end of our story. But if you do find this book, there is a recipe at the back there. Benedict Stanley and Audrey May's basic cookie recipe right here, so you can get to enjoy it. And yeah, I know there's a lot that you're probably already making this week, making today, making tomorrow, but I hope indeed that you get a chance to check out this book as well from your local library and get to enjoy it. Thank you so much for joining us here today on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you, and we'll be right back after this short break. I see you all joining in. Thank you so much for being here. See you on the other side of this very short break.
You're watching Storytime with Maple and Cypress. Just kidding. You're watching Storytime with Mr. Limata.
Story time with Mayfo and Sarah sounds amazing. Maybe we should definitely do that. Thank you so much for joining in. Story time here. Thank you for being here. And of course, I hope that you enjoyed the wonderful book that we had here for you, The Cookie Maker of Mavin Road. Yes, indeed. And this is always a reminder, right? I hope that you get a chance to check in on your neighbors. Just a little hello can go a long way. Hopefully, indeed, it is one of those, at least just we know they are okay, right? Even a little phone call at times could make a difference. Thank you so much for joining us here today on Storytime. I hope you enjoyed that one. A heartwarming story of community, love, and hope. And of course, I know that this time of the year, people are coming together. And if you're not, I hope that you're still able to have some kind of community. And if you prefer to be alone, of course, I hope that that is what you will be doing as well. But however we are going about this week, please remember too that if you're with family, remember those friends, give them a shout, give them a text, give them a call, just check in on them and let them know that you're there and you care. Thank you so much for joining us here today on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. Good morning to you. How are you doing today? Always good to see you here on Storytime. Thank you so much for joining in. April, how are you doing? I hope that you're enjoying the break, the week off. And of course, Alicia, Lindley, Lauren, and of course, Finn. Always good to see you here. Thank you so much for joining in. And did I miss Jemison? I am so sorry. Jemison, Alicia, Lindley, thank you for being here. Finn, and of course, Lauren, I hope that you are well out there in Orange County. Thank you so much for joining us here today on Storytime. Always a pleasure. And indeed, it's amazing seeing how I even hesitate to say the little ones are growing because you're all growing so much. It's good to see you all doing so well and amazing to just get a glimpse into your world. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime today. I hope this week is a beautiful one. I hope that today, I hope tomorrow is a beautiful one indeed. And remember too, you can always join us here on Storytime and have a good laugh and join in the different worlds that we visit. And today we were at Mavin Road. Thank you so much for joining us here today on Storytime. Kathy, how are you doing today? And of course, Luna out there in Ohio. Thank you so much for joining us here today on Storytime. I hope that you are having a wonderful week so far and enjoying the lineup here on Storytime. And yes, we do love Harry, don't we? Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. To everybody that is joining in live right now, biggest of hugs to you. And to everybody else that is joining in later on for the recordings, well, thank you so much. Leave us a message. Let us know you were here so we can say hi to you and indeed yours. And of course, do leave us those recommendations. Let us know what books you'd like to see here on Storytime. I promise you, I guarantee you, I do look into permissions from all the publishers for the different books and try and bring them here to Storytime. It might be a little bit slow, but we definitely get there. Thank you so much for joining us here today on Storytime. And of course, as mentioned earlier, we do have a very amazing lineup this week. And we've had I Wish You More, that There Is a Rainbow. And also today we're reading The Cookie Maker of Mavin Road. And tomorrow we're back. Yes, we're gathering around the table that Granddad built. So come and join us for that one. And then to enjoy the story. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for making this community, making Storytime what it is. Of course, Storytime would not be anywhere near as wonderful without you here. Thank you so much for joining us here today. I hope that you are well. Whatever you're up to, I hope that it goes well, just the way you're thinking. And remember too, if you're somewhere in the Bay, we do have the Social Justice Children's Book Holiday Fair that will be happening at Emerson Elementary in the Temescal area of Oakland. It'll be happening at 12 to 4 p.m. So come and join us. It is also doubling as a fundraiser, a bake sale fundraiser for Emerson Elementary. So come on out and support and of course enjoy with us. Thank you so much for being here with us today on Storytime. Have yourselves a wonderful day. Good to see all those familiar faces. Good to see all those familiar names. Love it. And of course warms my heart for the rest of the day. And I hope that you are feeling better and going into this day as well, ready to face it, ready to enjoy it, whether you're a little further along, a couple hours along, or might be evening for you, might be much later in the day. We thank you for being a part of Storytime. The biggest of hugs. Thank you for being here. And please do look into donating to a food bank or something that is near you. It might be financial, it might be yourself. You might give an hour or two and support the people there. Thank you so much for joining us here today on Storytime. Have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Yes, always, always. I want to make sure you know this. I'm thankful for this community. Thankful for you, everybody that's joining in Storytime. You make my days, and I hope that in our own small way, Storytime also brings some joy. Thank you so much for being here. Biggest of hugs. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Story time with Mr. Limata. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely. Won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Limata. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely. Won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing. Read me all of your stories. Read me all of your stories. Some with people who look like me, others very different from the way that I look and think. Read me all of your stories. Read me all of your stories. Some stories from far away, others right here in my neighborhood. Story time. Ooh. Story time. Story time with Mr. Limata. He will be starting soon. Story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely. Won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely. Won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing.